Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are setting up our November bullet journals. I can't seem to stay away from craft paper, especially during these fall months. It just brings a certain cozy element to every spread. I had intended to do a bit more of a collage-y scrapbook theme, but ended up using the craft paper more functionally instead of decoratively. I also had to incorporate waterfall tabs into my November setup since October went so well with them. Starting with my monthly calendar page. Each craft paper scrap is the width of 5 boxes and the height of 1 box to allow separation between the days of the week. On the craft paper swatches, I stamped the days of the week with my new date stamp. Then I cut the waterfall tabs along the right side of the next 5 pages. I cut 1 box per page, so I cut 5 boxes from the monthly calendar page, then 4 boxes for the next page, then 3, then 2, and 1. Each of these tabs will have a different colored washi tape on their edge for easy flipability. For each day of the week box, I colored in a 5x5 square with the Tombow N89 brush pen. I'm using this smaller box size to allow 1 box of separation between each square. Then I went and stamped the dates in the top right corner of each box. I didn't include that in the video since it was very time consuming. It would have been way easier just to handwrite each number in the top corner. That being said, I do love how the typewriter dates turned out. Continuing with my homeschool spreads. Instead of tacking in my ideal day on this first page, I put our homeschooling schedule there. The craft paper section will house each of the weeks in November and the lessons that we plan to cover during those weeks. I used that N89 brush pen to further differentiate boxes with various patterns. I love this N89 color for this technique since it provides a warm color but keeps the pages light. I thought it was fun to include different patterns for each weekly square, but you could keep it all straightforward and identical if that is more your style. The horizontally aligned rectangle on the left is our reading log for any new books we read. The completely filled in square is our record of attendance. I'll mark days with a circle or triangle for school and library trips respectively. The gingham pattern rectangle box below that is a log of our special evening reads. The right page is a log of our lessons. I wanted a little more information in relation to time, attention, and mood during our lessons. Each of these rectangles represents 1 week in the month of November. On the days we homeschool, I'll log the time we began and ended, how many lessons we completed, and my daughter's mood or attention span throughout the lesson. Hopefully this tool will help me to pick the best possible times and days for our schooling. Using my attachable typewriter stamps and a dark brown ink pad, I stamped the numbers 1 through 5 on their corresponding weekly boxes. Then I went in with a black brush pen for the page headings. Continuing on with my YouTube and blog spreads. After pasting in the craft paper and lining the edges with washi tape, I filled in all the colored portions of these 2 pages with that brush pen. I sectioned off 5 lines at the top of the left page, 1 for each week of the month, and a bonus one a few lines lower. These will organize my videos I aim to post during the month of November. The 4 brush pen squares and craft paper rectangle on both pages each represent 1 week throughout the month. I labeled their week with my attachable typewriter stamps. The boxes on the left are for further breakdowns on my potential YouTube videos. In the boxes on the right, I'll list the posts I aim to publish on my blog throughout the month. The gingham pattern rectangle at the bottom of the page is an at-a-glance look at my December content. Moving on to my blog admin spread, I have a few housekeeping tasks I need to get done for the blog, so they'll be listed here. I first pasted in a craft paper rectangle at the bottom of the page as an area for content ideas. Last month, I had an entire page dedicated to content ideas, but all of the space just wasn't necessary for me. Above the craft paper rectangle, I made a 1 through 10 list for those administrative tasks that I've been putting off. I skipped a line after each number and went in with that Tombow brush pen on those skipped lines. I added a little checkbox to each number as well. The right page is just a straightforward notes page that I've been using every month. I'm quite surprised by how useful it's been to me, so I'll keep including it until I stop using it. The final spread for our waterfall tabs is a meal planning layout. After pasting in my craft paper accent directly in the middle of the 2 pages, I took my brush pen for the headings of 4 rectangles surrounding that centered craft paper rectangle. I fine-lined the 3 sides of the rectangles that didn't have the brush pen stroke, and then used my attachable typewriter stamps to add weekly headings to each rectangle. Moving on to my weekly spread. After cutting a Dutch door 13 boxes in from the outside of the page, I pasted 7 craft paper swatches across 2 full pages with a 4-box margin from the top of the page, creating 6 columns for my days of the week. That 6th column holds 2 craft paper pieces for the weekend. Beneath every craft paper swatch, I numbered the hours 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., skipping a line between each number. On that skipped line, I used my Tombow brush pen. For Saturday and Sunday, since there isn't enough room to include all of those hours, I just wrote the hours of 1, 2, and 3, which is our typical nap time. Outlining my days so in depth like this influenced me to nix that ideal day spread from my waterfall tabs. The first side of the Dutch door is my tasks list, and the second side is my cleaning log. Last month, I included a cleaning log as one of the sections in my waterfall tabs, and that was helpful. However, I think it'll be more helpful to be able to reference it directly within my weekly spread. I do wish that I had used my attachable typewriter stamps for the titles of my tasks list and cleaning log. My cleaning log is nearly the same as last month, with a few changes for my monthly tasks. Daily tasks are 15-minute tidy, sweep floors, shine sink, clean counters, and feed sourdough. Weekly tasks: wet wipe floors, clean bathroom, take out trash, and do laundry. Bi-weekly, so every other week, tasks are dust and cobwebs and clean appliances. Monthly tasks are bedding, baseboards, windows and sills, and vent hood. My focus areas are kitchen, bathroom, study, living room and parlor, and our bedroom. Finally, I took my new date stamp and pressed the days of the week above the craft paper pieces. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you like about this setup in the comments below, and I will see you next time.